Okay. The big day. The big day is coming. The Giants and the Pats about to play, but not just Super Bowl, all year long. You know I'm a TV addict, right?
Yes, you are.
And you love TV too.
I love TV. You can watch The Big Game.
You can watch The Big Game.
I think there's another show called American Idol.
Love it. Ooh.
Do you watch that?
Love it. Yeah, but you know what? I don't like watching TV unless I watch it on a good TV.
Where can we go for a good TV?
Come on, Elias, you know we're at Baillio's.
There you go.
Baillio's is the best place to buy your TV, and you know nothing better than being able to buy locally. So it's a little bit of an overwhelming process, especially for a girl like me. So we decided to come on into Baillio's, talk to the experts, and get a little tour of how to go about it from step one all the way till we get it home and watch
from
our
A
shows.
to Z.
All right, well, we have grabbed the man himself, the president of Baillio's, and of course also technology buyer, which is so important when we're talking about buying televisions. Rob Kujath here with us. Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
We're good. We're so excited.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Well, like I said, very overwhelming. Where do we begin in our TV buying process?
Well, you know, there's a lot to choose from. When you go into a store like ours or many others, there's so many choices when it comes to TVs. It can be overwhelming sometimes. And so what's important is you understand the technology. So we like to bring people into the store and bring them into our technology room, as we call it. And in our technology room, what we do is we break down the types of technologies to make sure that we get you the right TV for your environment.
And everything looks good to me. I don't even know how to differentiate.
Everything looks, I mean, all the pictures look clear and beautiful. What are some of your most commonly asked questions?
Well, usually the questions are, well, should I buy LCD, should I buy LED, or should I buy plasma?
Exactly, and we've got an example of all three right here.
When you come into our technology area, what we do is we kind of break down this for you.
Okay.
The first question that we'll typically ask is, what type of room are you putting this TV in? And then always the next question is, what is the best picture out there?
Exactly.
You know, customers ask, what has the best picture of these three? Well, the best picture really is plasma still. Plasma has the smoothest picture, best contrast, does the best job with blacks and so forth. Best theater picture. However, that's not always right for every customer.
There's a little bit of there's a downside as well.
Right. In New Mexico, we have a lot of very bright rooms, a lot of windows, lots of sunlight and so forth, and so plasma's not always right for that room if you can't control that lighting.
Would LCD, would that be your next?
LCD and LED, which is the next transition of LCD, would be the next brighter TV. Brighter doesn't always mean a better picture, but it is a brighter TV, and if you got a bright room, it's a good idea to look at some of those technologies.
So yeah, if you have a lot of skylights or you have just a ton of windows in your room, then you would rather go with LCD or LED. Okay.
If you have lighting control, is what we call in a room, you have control over that lighting, not too much skylights or bright lights, then we would probably direct you to plasma.
Okay.
And then there's also size in terms of what you're looking for in terms of size of TVs. They don't make plasmas in the small TVs.
Well,
they're only the big ones.
Do you lose resolution if your TV is bigger? I mean, how do you make these decisions as far as the size of the television? Is that based on the dimensions of your room?
It's based on the dimensions of your room, and we typically
proximity to where you'll be sitting.
Where you're sitting and how far away from the TV, and we have some basic formulas that we can use in the store and kind of help you figure that out, which is the right TV. That's not always right for everybody though, because I like my TV big, you know, and whether I'm sitting 5 feet or 6 feet away, whatever it is, I want a nice big screen. So,
is there a particular brand that you favor?
You know, there's not a particular brand that I favor. It really comes back
technology?
to it's technology. What is right for you? Picking, you know, is LED the right technology for you? And if LED is right technology, then we talk about the different brands and the different features that those LEDs have. If plasma is the right technology for you, that limits it a bunch in terms of brands. It's really Panasonic, Samsung, and LG in the plasma world that are still making that product.
I do want to ask you something. My kind of philosophy is, you know, maybe it's just a typical guy. I want to get the biggest TV I can get. and sort of maybe not worry so much about sound. What's your opinion on that?
Well, the difficult thing, and that's when everybody comes in here. They want the biggest TV. They've got X amount of dollars to spend, and they're going to spend it all on the largest screen.
The girls with the prettiest picture. And good sound. We like good sound,
too. I will tell you that most people miss the audio portion of it. What's great about the technology that we have today is that we've got such thin panels. They're gorgeous, you know, very small frames. The problem with them is the audio's horrible out of them. And compared to what you used to have, where you had nice cabinets and you could have some larger speakers, your sound quality in these flat panels is very poor, to say the least. So,
like I was telling you, it was almost like the picture was in a frame, and now it's the whole picture. I mean, you're getting from the end of the actual apparatus itself. It's the whole thing is the picture.
It's almost like the picture's floating in your living room. So, but back to your question real quick. Audio is very important. important, and you need to set aside a small portion. I would say we tell people 20% of your TV budget for audio, because what you want to do, audio is at least 50% of the experience,
Really
and we can go through some demos here and kind of show you, on and off, good audio and bad audio, and you'll notice it's a night and day difference, and
So
you
it's a
feel
full experience.
Yeah, it's a full experience.
I want to ask you real quick, because I know a lot of people have asked me. I remember when my grandma was buying TV, she kept saying to me, "What's this 1080p stuff? What's this 720p?"
Good question.
And I mean, we know because we're a little more experienced, but there's a lot of people out there who don't understand the difference. Can you share that?
The 1080p and 720p is the resolution, basically, that the TV's producing. And 1080p is what we call full HD, or highest resolution. What you're getting in full HD is just more lines of information.
Okay.
A lot of that depends on what signal we're getting. So if your TV station is broadcasting a 720p, even though I have a 1080p, I'm not going to get a 1080p signal, but it is clearer. And it's more evident on larger TVs as well.
Okay.
So
you would still recommend the 1080p?
Yeah, as you're moving into your main TV viewing area, your living room type of TV, I would recommend that you buy the 1080p set, because that's where the industry is headed.
Interesting. And if people want to come in and get the experience, I know that this part is tough, but you're there to guide us. Now, what happens once we get it home? How do we get it home, and then what?
Yeah, like I said earlier, you can buy a TV anywhere. I mean, buy it at a grocery store, you can buy it online, you can buy it, but getting it set up the right way so that you can get the full experience out of it's important. And so we have our own home theater installation department, custom theater. We can do anything from basic setup all the way to full home control.
And hanging up the flat panels on the walls?
Mounting the flat panels.
So you can help us out the door to putting our feet on the coffee table.
Putting your feet on the coffee table.
Thank you so
enjoying
much.
every bit. Thank you.
Perfect. And let's remind our viewers how they can find Baillios.
Come down to, we've got 3 stores, one in Santa Fe and 2 in Albuquerque, and one on the over in Cottonwood Corners.
Fantastic. Thanks so much,
Thank you.
Rob.
Yeah,
I'm
thanks,
ready
Rob.
to buy a TV. Let's go.
Let's do this.